Okay, hello everyone. Right, so welcome to my virtual reality fly. Now, remember, examiners will change the routes periodically. They've under no obligation to go on the same route. They are allowed to vary it, but this gives you a rough guide of what's going on. Just done a little video about the car park, so without any further delay, let's get on with it. So you come out the car park, round here to the end of the road, and then off you go. And so as you're coming up to this bit here, up there, you come up to here, and I want you to be checking left and right, making sure it's all safe, no one's crossing the road, and then out you go. All right, so simple, out into the road, checking it's safe, and off we go. Right, so I am completely lost. What's going on with this? Right there. Right, there we go. So you just drive along this road. Then you've got this roundabout. As you can see, it's 2 lanes. Make sure you are in the left-hand lane as you go through. Because there are 2 lanes, you have to make sure you maintain 2 lanes on the roundabout, okay? I do not want to see you cut across. So when you come across this thing, you want to be doing that. All right, just like if you're in this lane, you would do that. Do not cut. Stay on the outside. Okay. Out of interest, these raised curbs here, these are where pedestrians cross. It's not a pedestrian crossing, so you don't have to give way to them. But of course, if it looks like someone's going to walk into the road, then I would not run them over. Okay, so we come up to here. There you go, people waiting to cross. You can give way or not. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so as you come up to here, it's just an all roundabout. Check it's safe. When it is, out you go. So we're going to go ahead to staying on the outside and going up that lane there. Don't forget, this whole section is a 20 zone. So we're just driving along up here, just following the road. Now, they often park you on this hill here. There you go. Somebody parked there. So somewhere along here, they normally say park before that sign there. There's a blue sign. There it is. So they normally say just stop roughly where that white car is. Now, they get a hill start out of you to start with, okay, and then you don't have to worry about it. Don't forget, when they say please drive on, cater for things like this. So this bloke's coming up behind you. He's going for an overtake. Now, logically, he's only going to go into this lane to go back to the left. If you then populate that bit, he's going to be stuck out here on the right, and you'll get marked down for that. So whenever you go to pull away, make sure that person isn't blocked and has the ability to come back in. Right? You will get away with it. It's a minor on the driving test or driver fault if you pull away with a car in this lane. But if it was a normal road, I mean, this is obviously a 2-lane road, but if it was a 1-lane 2-way road, so you've got oncoming traffic, and you moved off while someone's overtaking you, you will fail your driving test. All right. So as a general guide, just wait. All right. So when they're ready, driving on. So we move up here and we come to the traffic lights. Okay, now here we are, the traffic lights. Notice the change of speed limit. So we went 20, 40 on this little section here, back into 30. All right. And we come up to here. Now, they go on to turn left, first exit. So you come around here. Always look into the road that you're going into. I'm just going to actually jump the red traffic light. There, look, goes 40. We've got a 40 over there as well. So as you come out of here, make sure you're aware of the speed limit you're going into. And you're going to go ahead, second exit at the next roundabout. Now, there are markings on the road. The ones in these pictures are wrong. We actually need the right-hand lane for this. So make sure you read your road markings. Right, so we come out of here. That's where we were. Out here, turn left into right-hand lane. See, these are old markings. It's actually a left turn only lane now with an ahead and right turn in this lane. And we come through here. Usual stuff at a roundabout. So we would be approaching this lane. And then you go through here. Don't forget to check to make sure these guys have actually gone left. If they haven't, then you're in trouble. And you're going to go ahead to, and we head off down there. So usual roundabout stuff, make sure it's safe. Now we're just going to go along here, following the road. Cool. Right, so now we get near the end of the road. Coming up to here. Now, give way. Usual stuff. As you get near a junction, I want you checking. Okay, so as you start to come in, you should be coming in slow here, but looking over here. Currently, we have a bollard and we've got a barrier down, so there's no reason why we couldn't go. But as you're coming up to these things, usual stuff, checking left and right as you're coming into it. Make sure it's safe. You don't have to stop. Just go round and away you go. All right. Out there. Good. So we come out of here and then drive along there. Now, got a roundabout. We're going to go ahead at this roundabout. Usual stuff. Come into it. Check it's safe. This thing blocks your view. So again, cruise in, make sure it's safe, and then go when you want to. Notice there's only one lane here, so you can just take the shortest possible route. You don't have to maintain 2 lanes like I mentioned you had to earlier. So you got 1 lane. So you just go through here like the black car's done and the red car, and away you go. And we just follow the road around. Now, the sat-nav could be banging on about all sorts of stuff. We come round here, down to the roundabout. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Okay, so we're going to go right third exit at the roundabout. So because you're going right third exit, you want to be where those 2 cars are. So as you come up to here, you want to be in the right. You don't want to be on the left, or you want to be on the right. And as you get near it, start looking now. Look, we start to get a good view. So even here, I'm already looking to see what's going on. So as I'm coming up to this thing, I'm looking. They've got a silver car, and I'm looking for a hole. I want a trailer hit. There's a document on my website about that, how to read traffic. And you come up to this. Notice the change in speed limit. You've gone back to a 40 now. And we were in a 30. And as you come up to here, you're just thinking, looking for a hole. So I would take that one personally after that silver car. And I would come up to here like this, indicating right. Oh, we've jumped over to this side. But then I would go out following the cars round. So as we go out from here, we just follow it round. When you get to here, obviously, usual stuff. Check on the left. Make sure nobody's on this side of the road because you want to exit into that third exit over there. All right, notice changing speed limit again. We've gone back to a 30, end of no stopping, checking around, and we head off down here. Now, this is where the rubbish dump is. So we're just driving along here. And here's the roundabout. So that's where the rubbish dump is, that bit. And we're going to go ahead to, again, only 1 lane. There it is. So you can take the shortest possible route if you want to there. Notice the blue sign. We get priority over oncoming traffic. I just want to highlight to you what happens here. There's double give way on their side. So anybody that comes around here is supposed to stop there to let us into that bit because our nose will have to swing into that bit potentially. So it's a double give way line. You might come back on a different test route doing that. And then when cars are coming off here or no longer coming at you, then you can move up to that bit. Okay. Right. So then we just drive along here. We go to the roundabout. Da-da-da. Right now, very common. We're going right third exit now. Now start looking. All right. As I get near to here, just move up. Come on, you. Right. You need to be looking into this road here. You're going third exit. Don't just look forward. You're coming up here. You're going right third exit. But look, cars, you're going to come round here straight into oncoming traffic. Do not just drive around a corner. You've got to think always what's hidden. So as you come up to here, you've got to think, whoa, dodgy junction up ahead. I'm going round this roundabout and up to there. What's going to be on? What's going to be oncoming? So we go up here, round the roundabout, and to here. Okay. Right, oops, hello. Right, so we just come down here. Now, car there, he demonstrates beautifully that you're going to have to go over the white line. So you come down here. I would actually go a little bit wide. Have a look down the side before I actually commit to going into oncoming traffic. And as we drive down here, we're looking for holes where we could potentially go on the left or holes where they could go in on the right. Obviously, the Google car that I'm currently in, he's driving that way. So we're going to be actually coming down the wrong side of the road. So you'll have to excuse that. But he's basically coming along here. So let's drive along here. And as we go along here, we're looking for holes potentially there. He's obviously waiting for us to come through because we were going the other way. But they could pull in there or there. As we go up here, we're looking for places where they could. Now, they haven't got anywhere, but people going this way could pull in here and look up the road, okay? It's very common to people just look in front of their noses. You look there, we got there. Oh, we got up here. So, car coming this way could pull into there, we could pull into here, and so on and so forth. That's what you're looking for. Look long, all right? Try and find a suitable place to meet. Right, so we're just basically following the road ahead, and you just go all the way to the end. So go around here. Yeah, we've got more cars here. Again, looking for places where we could potentially sit behind that red car, for instance, here, to allow an oncoming car through like that, or we just go round. But anyway, we're just going to keep going to the end of the road. There it is. Now we're turning right. So as you come up to it, I want you checking left and right, making sure it's all nice and safe. Out we go into this road. And we drive up here. So we came out of there, out of here, and we're coming up to this roundabout. So it's actually second left. As you can see there, we've got a turn in there, and then we're going up to there. There it is. There's the roundabout. Okay, so as you come up to here, you've got to check, make sure nobody's coming out of here. So come in slow. We've got a shield going across here, so you could potentially use that, and then round to the left. So you just keep checking, making sure no one's coming at you, covering yourself, and round. And then we just drive along here. Now we're going to the end of the road. That's where we just turned. And we're going all the way to the end of the road there. No, that didn't work. How rude. Right, there. That's what I want. No, there, not this side. Right, checking left and right, making sure it's all good. And out we go. And we just basically just drive up here, heading towards the railway station. Okay, so Farnborough main station. And then up here we have what used to be the Ham and Blackbird. Now, sat nav will be banging on about go ahead to at the roundabout, head second exit. Remember, this is not a roundabout. This is a one-way street. Yes, we have the roundabout sign there. Well, looks like a roundabout, but it's actually just a diagram, isn't it? It's not actually a roundabout. So you're coming up here. It's a one-way street because look, we've got a giveaway line there. There's a giveaway halfway round it. Well, you wouldn't get that on a roundabout. There's another giveaway line there. So traffic comes along here, goes through there as a one-way street, and there's another one running across the top there. So you're actually just going out into a one-way street. We're going ahead to, which of course would be there. Now we've got a turning here for going left, and we've got a bus lane there. Stay out of that. So you want to be going up here where the white cars, all that lot are actually, basically. So as we come up to here, check it's safe, follow that focus. Right, so we go out here. These black lines, out of interest, these are where white lines used to be, and they put black paint on them to try and hide them, but it doesn't really help. It's a bit rubbish, frankly. And we go out of here and then round, and you've got your white lines there. So we're basically following the blue van. Don't do what the blue van's done, which is go through the bus lane. You want to be going, almost looks like you're going to hit the barriers, and then you turn. So just try and stay in your lane. And obviously keep an eye on this in case you've got motorbikes or buses or whatever coming up. And of course you've got pedestrian crossing. You might have to do a hill start here because this is all going uphill, and you just follow it around. Okay, good. And we just follow it. Now at the traffic lights we're turning right, so you get into the right hand lane, so we would be in there. Okay, indicator on, and you would go out to where the green van is. Oh, it's gone a bit far. So you would actually go out to there. Let me take it back a bit. There we go. Right. So you'd come out of here into here. Providing you've got a green light, you're allowed to cross this white line. And then you would go there and you would wait. When traffic stops coming at you, either because traffic has stopped moving or you get a green filter arrow that comes on there to say you can turn, then you can turn. Make sure you have checked pedestrians aren't crossing here, and always look into the road you're going into to see whether or not there are any change in speed limits or rules. When it's safe to move, then you would go across. Okay, don't forget, let me just move up a little bit. This red traffic light here is actually for those people over there, just like that one is for them. So we came from here, so if we've got permission to go, we just turn. That traffic light is not for you. Okay, so we go down here, heading towards Farnborough North railway station. So, there, that one. Right, so I now fly along my road. You can drive it, I'll fly it. Now, as you come round here, there are often cars parked on the left. There they are. Blue van has come out early. Always come out early. As soon as you start to see something, move over. Check you know what's behind you, like this car here. Come on round. That's it. Out early, like the van has. He's allowed room for a door to open. There's no oncoming traffic. So, I mean, you could, even if you wanted to, you could just use that lane. You don't even have to straddle the white line. I would only go back to straddling if an oncoming car came down. However, yeah, see, look, we're nice and wide, so we don't care if a door opens. That's how you should do it. So you basically just drive down the road. Now you get to the end of the road, you turn in right. Look at that, it says stop. So it does. And no, it does there. And you have a solid white line. So law states everybody has to stop at the line. If you don't stop at the line, you failed your driving test. You therefore have to go up to the line and stop at it. All right? There. I do not want people creeping. Do not treat it like a giveaway line. I always recommend to my students that if you're coming up to a stop line, do not look left or right on the approach. Just drive to the line, stop at the line, then start doing all your observation. If you do it that way, you will take any temptation away to creep and go. Because if you don't stop, you fail. Simple. All right? Keep an eye out for these things. Right. So we've come out into the road and we're going right. Here it is. So now we're following the road. Now we come around here, we've got no traffic light and we've got keep clear so that people can get into his house. All right, good. When the traffic light goes green, obviously, just check you're not being overtaken and away you go underneath the tunnel. Good. Now, again, more traffic potentially on the left-hand side. Come out early. So we've got this dude out. Now, this is a smaller position, so I would actually be more over here. That's it, good. And so I just drove like his van has actually, like this car. So he's going down here and he's got one wheel on the white line, but he's just driving down there. So we now follow this road and then we're turning first left where that red van is going. So we come up to here. This is the junction. Crack a left indicator on. Coming into here, you get priority over everybody else and round you go. Okay, then over the railway bridge and then you're coming up to the A331. So over the railway bridge like that and up to here. Now this black line here, this is a bypass or filter lane, so it's actually missing out the roundabout, so just crack a left indicator on, go round. Yes, this silver car, you can tell by his tyres, he's coming around the corner, so he's going to come across that line there. We want the bottom one, so we come up to here, around this corner, he's coming down here. Now we're going on to a green sign. Green sign, everybody. Primary A road or dual carriageway to the rest of us. So you come around here, notice speed limit signs. It says national speed limit here, but it's actually a 50 now. This is an old photograph. So we're actually going into 50 zone. So as I'm going onto a dual carriageway and there it is, and I'm joining a 50 zone, I want to be doing 50 by the end of this road. So no mucking around, please. Second or third gear down here, boot it. All right, zip straight down this line. Now, you're flying down this dual carriageway. As you come up to it, I want you checking. You come to the end, so you should be checking your mirrors, checking to see what's going on. Pick a hole that you want to go out into. I like that one. That's a good hole. So as we go along here, we should sail out behind silver car, except we've got a completely different picture. Okay. And then you just fly down the dual carriageway underneath the bridge. And then we're going down to what is a Farnborough gate. So it's first exit. Here it is. Right, so here's your exit. Now on the approach, you will get... Actually, let me go back a bit. Can't find them. Where are they? There. 300-yard marker. All right, so it's going to count you 300, 200. There it is. So I would indicate left somewhere between 3 and 200-yard marker. So somewhere around about here-ish is a good time to put your left indicator on. All right. and we come down here and then off there. Now, as you come down here, you should be indicating left off there. Then I would cancel the indicator. Remember, as soon as you cross this white line, cancel your indicator. You always want distinct indicators. So if I was going, I would indicate left off that road onto this one. Then even if I'm going left again, I want 2 indicators. I don't want one left on. All right. We come up here. Now, road sign, bypass lane again. So it's telling us that as we come up here, this lane just goes around the corner. So fantastic. Been warned of cyclists. 40-mile-an-hour zone. There is a cyclist. So we come around here, around this corner here. If you stop here for no particular reason, you've just failed your driving test. All right. There's a perfectly good lane that just goes round. You wouldn't just drive along the road and stop. Just because there's a corner doesn't mean you stop. There's no give way line here. So make sure you know there's a number of test routes that have this on. So we've got to keep an eye on him. So as we come around the corner, there he is. So I would be looking for indicators because he's come off that roundabout. He might want the left-hand lane. I don't know. Yes, he does. Look, it's come on. So he does want that left-hand lane. So we're just going along here. Now, we've come down here. We are flying past McDonald's. That's Mackie D's at Farnborough Gate. So we come down here and then we're going to go left. Notice that lane is just a lane. There's no give way line on it. So as we come up here, this is actually, again, another old photograph. There's actually 3 lanes now. So there's a 3rd lane just there for turning right. But we're coming down here. And then you've got that road sign. Again, oops, hello. Mr. Google decided to go to McDonald's. Right, see, there, bypass lane again. So it tells you that you're missing out the roundabout. So you just come down here, whoosh, 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 and around the corner. Now, as you come around here, bear in mind that people would have come off that roundabout up there, and then they might well want to come back to the left, like these guys, for instance. So as you come around here, don't sail up on the inside. These guys are supposed to come back to the left. But look up the road, there's a bus. So it's, unless this lot wanted the petrol station, they're unlikely to go to the left at the moment because there's a bus. What we want to do is get in that lane. So you want to be looking up the road thinking that. So I'm checking on my right. I'm keeping an eye on people. Even the car behind me is starting to move over. There he goes. He should stay back. And hopefully Mr. Google is starting to move over a bit. He is. Good. Yeah, and we're just keeping an eye on cars as we do this. Gone through the green traffic light. And off we go. So now we're just driving up here, heading towards Farnborough. Go past the bus. There's a 2nd bus stop there. And then this is the one that everybody turns right to go down to Farnborough Sixth Form. There's the Sixth Form there. So we come along here. And we come up to traffic lights. So where's that bus? Here he is. So we haven't gone back. I don't know why. We should be in the left-hand lane by now. We have overtaken the bus. We should be there. However, let's move up. What's the bus doing? He's still cruising in. He's not indicating. Right, so we're now going to wait behind this car. And here comes the bus. Right, okay, look at that. That car's accelerated so fast, he's left his colour behind. Right, so we're going to pull away. Traffic lights are green. This is very common. People see this traffic light, or that one, and then these guys move off. But that is for people who are turning right. Okay, so do make sure you're looking at the correct traffic light. So we go away from here, presumably. Oh, hang on, we seem to be out accelerating the bus. We are. Then you've got these arrow on the floor that says get back to the left. So we're keeping an eye on that bus, make sure it's good. You have got the hatched area. You can go through there if you need to, but with a bit of planning, there's no need to, frankly. So you can come up to here just like the red car has. Good. Now we've got a warning of a school. We've got potential people coming out. Who's this? Farnborough Hill. Beautiful building, this one. Right. There you go. Now there's all their calls. And we're heading off towards Farnborough. You've got your bus lane there, so we're following this, making sure we're reading all your road signs about no right turn and so on and so forth. You have a change in speed limit around here somewhere. And then we're back to those crossroads again. So as we come up here, there's the change speed limit. Farnborough Hill, the entrance there. Make sure you keep an eye on this keep clear box. If there was traffic Always drive along, leaving a gap. So like this van has, Google has, he's left a gap to that red car. So therefore, if the red car were to stop there, we don't end up stopping in the keep clear box. So there's no benefit to being close to something. Just create a gap and then close it up afterwards if you want to. Okay, then we come up to here. Lovely. Right. When the traffic lights go, we just check around and off we go. Nice, just checking around. Ah, look, there's that, there's that car. We're now in front of the bus. Oh, we're back to where we were earlier, aren't we? Right. So this is the Hammond Blackbird again. And we drive along. Going over the bridge. Right. Now, this is what I'm saying to you earlier on. Don't forget about this pedestrian crossing. Make sure it's good. Default left-hand lane, people, when you're following the road ahead. And then you've got this giveaway line there. So anybody coming up here should stop there and give way to you. But they don't always. Some people think it's a roundabout when it isn't. So just be mindful of that. Now, they normally say to you, go ahead at the roundabout. Head second exit towards Aldershot. So you would be following this and you'd come into there because that's for turning left. That's for these two for going ahead. Right, now notice you've got two lanes that go ahead. So you have to leave room for two vehicles as you go through. Like that. All right. But normally you get cars parked here. So when you're here, not only do you need to cater for the traffic there, but you also should be looking into this road and thinking, whoa, I have to come through here and do a lane change. It could be that the vehicle on your right is turning right. So as they go right, you just replace the spot they would have been in if they were going ahead. All right. So we should be in that lane there. God, there's a lot of traffic. Right. So there you go. See, look, parked cars. That's what I'm saying to you. So you come up to here. When it's safe, you go through there, maintain two lanes, then lane change. So you're coming along here. You're looking for opportunities. Here comes one. He's going wide. He's creating a death zone or a shield. So these cars could then move on off. He's actually gone out. Right. So we're going across here. Keep an eye on our left because the Google van went through on the right, which you can do. It's optional. And keep an eye on people. Always be aware of what's behind you. Okay. Right. He's coming in. Fine. And then it's no issues, and we go along here. Notice up here, everybody's going back to the left again. Absolutely perfect. So then you would go into that lane there. So as you come past here, just check on your left, move back to the left. Don't stay on the right, just come through. Okay, so now there's the pedestrian crossing back to the left. So we're just following the road ahead in the left-hand lane. At the roundabout, it's going to be a head first exit, or left first, depending upon your point of view. Here it comes. So we're up here. It's optional. That lane only goes left, so you can indicate or not. It's entirely up to you. And we just come up to here, following these guys. Now, checking on your right, you've got bus coming at you. Obviously, we're Google cars going somewhere completely different, but you would be where these guys are and looking around. When he stops coming at you, then you go out. Notice bus lane, left lane, right lane. So as we go out, we're now following that car, so we should be along there. All right. So we're in this lane here, following it up like that, heading towards Aldershot. We come round here. Now notice bus stop. This is very common. There he is. He stopped at the bus stop. Traffic lights. This is Farnborough College technology. Now notice these arrows on the floor. They say get back to the left, which is what everybody has done. Of course, if there's a queue of cars there, you can use the right-hand lane if you want. But you should be back on the left. You always want to demonstrate default driving behaviour. And default driving behaviour is we drive on the left in England. So whenever you get the opportunity to go back to the left, keep going back to the left. You just got to make sure there's nobody here before you do it. I personally would not indicate left at this point because it might look like I'm turning left by the college. All right. So we come up here. Oh, good. Look, we even dropped in behind him. What a good Google car. And we go along here. There's your college. Right. And then you go along here. Now, at this point, I'm going to show you something which is a little bit different as well, because there's a variant on this. So now, let's zoom back out. Let's take me back to there. Right, so here we are back at Clockhouse Roundabout again. Back up to here where we were earlier. So they've just come over the Hammond Blackbird. Now this time, sometimes they get you to turn left. So we're going into the left-hand lane. Going there. Right, now, you would come down here in the left-hand lane, and then they get you to turn right at this roundabout. Now, you want to go out there. Okay, do not follow this road round on the left like that, because now you're approaching a roundabout in the left-hand lane to turn right. And don't do that, not unless you want to sit your driving test twice. Right, so I want to, yes, thank you, Google, thank you. Right, so you come out of there to there, then to here, crack a right indicator on, check it's all safe. If no one's coming, out you go, and away you go over there. All right, just normal roundabout. And then we follow the road. So there's your roundabout. So we're going left and then right, but make sure you're in the correct lane in plenty of time. Plan. So now we're just following the road along past the school. Do bear in mind you've got parked cars here. All right. About here. So as we go up there. Again, there's a nice lane for it. Leave room for doors to open. But as we come up here, make sure when these cars are finished, you come up here and you go back to the left. Don't stay in the middle, because if this car turns up, or another one like this one coming here, then you're going to be smack in the middle of the road. So get back to the left. Always anticipate and plan for where vehicles will be. We come around here. Right, cars parked both sides. It's just the same as the usual meeting situation. It's first come, first served. When you're looking for places where you can meet, if there are cars coming through, you just wait here. When they stop coming at you, off you go. Because you've got cars parked both sides, I would just drive straight down the middle. Spread the risk equally. It's exactly what the Google car's done. Straight down the middle, maximizing the gap both sides. Right, so we've just done that. We come along here, and then you have your crossroads. Usual stuff. You're approaching a crossroad, checking left and right. You've got these trees blocking your view, so go into creep mode along here, come in nice and slow, doing a Rolo, right opposite, left opposite, right opposite, left opposite. Just keep checking, and when you're happy, off you pop. So we go across here. Now you might be asked to park up on the right. Not there, double yellows, but up here you could. So you come over that hill, you could be parked on there. They might take you around the corner, do it over there. They might even go left up here and get you to do a parking maneuver up here or some such like. But assuming we've done that, we will now go along here. So now we're just flying along here, and here we are back at Farnborough College Technology. Here we go. So there's your college. Round this corner. Here we go. Youth loitering. And we come up to here. Right. And here's your junction. Okay. Now, this is the road we came up earlier on before I flew back and took you on a slight detour. That's where the bus was, and we moved into the left-hand lane. Do bear in mind when you're coming out of here, this bit, that cars are in that lane. Now, they're going to come up here, and they are wanting to come back to the left because that's what default behavior is, and then they go into the left lane there potentially because they might want to turn left. Okay, so they're going to come up here. They might stay there. They might come over. Now, if you came out of here and took that bit of road up when there's a car in this lane, and he can't now get back to the left, then you have a problem. All right. So just pretend that all of these cars have actually moved into the left-hand lane. That's in the left-hand lane, and just look for a hole that you would be happy going out into. I do not want you going out next to a car, because if they come across, you might fail your driving test. All right. Never go out next to a car. Always go out behind. So as we're sitting here, we're looking down the road. We're looking for a hole. There's a nice big hole there, for instance, or there's one there. One there, one there. Look for a hole, fill it. As it happens, this lot appear to have waiting for a pedestrian crossing. So, out we go. And we're on the main road. Now we're just going up to just following the road ahead. So we would be in that lane by default. That's the left one. You could use that one to overtake a queue of cars if you wanted to. But remember, drive on the left by default. Right-hand lane is for overtaking or turning right. So don't go into it unless you're doing either of those two things. Now we're following the road up. Here we go. Right. So you're now coming up to Queen's Roundabout. There's your quick fit, your left turn, and then you've got your petrol station on the left. Now, we often say to you, just turn right, third exit, or follow signs for Aerospace Centre and business parks. So as we come up here, right 3, it's not marked as anything, so it would be the third exit, so that's right-hand lane by default. So move into the right-hand lane, right indicator. Notice You've got 2 lanes there and then a third one there. So I'd be indicating to get into that lane. Once you're in it, you don't need to indicate anymore if you don't want to. So we come up here into there. Obviously, God knows where Google is going to put his cars. I don't know where he was going when they took these photographs. Right, so right 3 towards Aerospace Centre. That's the third exit. So default is right lane. Right lane for turning right. Simple as that. We haven't been told to follow a number, so therefore the fact that it's marked with numbers on the floor is irrelevant. Just pick the right-hand lane. Into this lane here. Up to traffic light. Lovely. Right, so we wait for it to go. And then when we can, we move on out. Lovely. Just checking around as you're doing it. Keep an eye on people. And we follow this round. Back to Wavell School again. We're going right third exits. That's 1, 2. Again, in the right-hand lane. You can have a right indicator on or not. Doesn't matter. Your lane only goes right. Now, I want you to point out these white lines here. That goes off there. Okay. There you go. See? So this right-hand lane, which is one you should be in, goes 1, 2, 3, 4 different lanes. Now you're going to go to the third exit. That's the second one because that was the first one. Second. So by default, you want to be in the left-hand lane as you approach your exit. So you want the far outside lane. So what you want to do is come along here, get to where your lane starts, which is about there-ish, and then go right. Do not come round here and then start doing lots of lane changes. Just look like you're heading off down the dual carriageway and then just turn when your lane starts. So we come around here, checking around. Obviously, we're going round the roundabout, but I actually want that lane. So again, look at me. I'm still checking for traffic, and this is how you drive, people. So you should be approaching in that lane. And when it's safe, you go out to here, around there, down here, traffic light. Notice, if I look for, I can't quite see it with these glasses on. There you go. So right here, just about here-ish, there is a change in speed limit. So I come up to here. There it is, 40. So we've just come down there and we're heading off down here. Whoosh, and we're back to the test centre, but don't relax. You're nearly at the end of your test. 30. All right, so it's 40, 30, and just there, 20. It must be the world's shortest 30 zone from there to there. Unbelievable. 20s, massive speed bumps. I recommend second gear 15 mile an hour for these because these are horrible speed bumps. Saves the car taking off because you could get marked down for taking off. But just relax, chill out, just go down here. And we just fly along here. Now we're back to that first roundabout we came to. Again, 2 lanes, so just stay on the outside, make sure it's all nice and safe, and go off here. Now, sometimes they might get you to park on the right and do a right reverse. So you park up on the right, reverse 2 car lengths, and rejoin traffic. It's nothing that you won't have practiced with me, so don't worry about it. It's a really wide road, so it's lovely. Look, I'm looking for traffic again. So as you come up here, you're just checking, make sure no one's coming at you. Go to the outside there. Lovely jubbly. No one's trying to kill us. Off here. No one's walking across that. Over here. And there we go. So yes, they have got double yellows now, but the examiners will still chuck you over there and reverse back and then get you to rejoin traffic. If there's loads of room around you and there's no one going to hit you, then carry on, do the maneuver, but you've got to demonstrate that you've looked for people. If it looks a bit dangerous, stop, let people go, and then carry on again afterwards. And then you just follow the road ahead. Then you're back to the original junction, and then just checking it's safe, indicate right. Position on the right again. I don't want people approaching on the left and then cutting across because you get marked down for positioning. When you're turning right, you position on the right. Simple. Then you come round here, into there, back down to the car park, indicate right, make sure it's all nice and safe, into there, and then into the car park. And have a look at the video about my car park. That's it. Do that. You should be laughing. Good luck.